All right, my people, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in to another one here on the coach's desk. We appreciate you being here. Yes, man, we definitely appreciate you being here on the channel. You know what I mean? So big up yourself, and we'll be talking about a few things in this one, not a lot. We're just gonna go through real quick. First thing we want to talk about is the we dropped a video on it earlier this week about Paul Francis getting his award, and he indicated that he's very much motivated by this award. And of course, he's a well-renowned Jamaican track and field coach. He said he's humbled, he's honored after he was bestowed with the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer by the government of Jamaica, and that is a big thing. And of course, many persons know him as the brother of Stephen Francis, and of course, he's a founding member of the MVP Track Club. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And he was awarded for his services in the sport in the area of track and field. And of course, that is a big deal. He said in his response that he's excited by the fact that the government could recognize some of the efforts, and it is very humbling experience. You know, he said that he's motivated to try even harder, not to get an award, but to continue doing the things that I do best, which is change lives. Paul said, big up to Paul Francis again. This is absolutely brilliant. It's always special. I think when you're recognized by the powers that be for the efforts you have put in, and being able to see that, it's always special. You know, of course, himself and the staff at MVP, they would have nurtured a plethora of talent across Jamaica. Many Olympic gold medalists, Shelley, Ilian, Safa Powell, a whole lot of athletes. So that is very good, and we want to congratulate him. Congratulations also to Answer Parchment, 2020 Olympic Games 110-meter hurdles champion. He was conferred with the highest, with Jamaica's sixth highest honor, the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander, for his exceptional achievement in the sport of athletics and the World Olympic levels. You know, Parchment coach Fitz Coleman was bestowed with the Order of Distinction in the rank of Officer for Outstanding Contribution to Sport in the area of track and field. I think Fitz Coleman is an unsung hero. Yeah, man, he has been in this game for quite some time. He has been quietly doing his stuff. A lot of names have been called, and you might not hear Fitz Coleman, but he has contributed a lot to this, sport. So big up to Fitz Coleman, big up to Answer Parchment, and all the other persons who would have gotten award. You have footballers or technical director in Wendell Downswell. He received the Order of Distinction as well in officer rank, contribution and development of football. Yo, here Wendell, but this man has contributed significantly to the development of football across the island. Trust me. You can't, you might say him a dinosaur, you might say him older now, you might say him not significant right now, but his record spoke for him. Hence the reason getting this award is a big achievement. Big up yourself. Now also, yeah man, veteran physician Dr. Paul Wright also grabbed one of those awards, Order of Distinction in the rank of officer for his services to the field of medicine, and his work in developing Jamaica Association of Sports Medicine. Yo, Dr. Paul Wright, a general in this thing. Yeah, man, we have to big up Dr. Paul Wright, man, a general in this thing. See? So, congratulations to all those awardees. Now, let's talk about Glen Mills again, people. You see that story have come up, See? Glen Mills talk about, it's like it's fresh in our mind what happened at the Olympic Games. And a lot of people saying stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of people saying that, what has Glen Mills done in the last Olympic for him to be, talking about the thing like that? What has he done? You get what I said? None of his athletes really did anything except as Arnell Hughes, and that was not in an individual event. So people really flogging Glen Mills for, going out at the J3s for what happened at the Olympic Games. You understand? So the people must say, yo, Glen Mills for chill, man. Glen Mills for chill. Because he has not contributed. Seeing, because again, Oville no go on with nothing. And we all know that he got injured. So that our for a different conversation. But the Jamaica Observer would have put out an editorial, and I'm going to react to this editorial. I think it's in reference to what Glen Mills said. You know what I mean? And you're going to listen to me and tell me if this is going to be a swipe at Glen Mills or in support of his actions. You understand? So what they start off the editorial by saying, as we said in the space in the immediate aftermath of the Paris Olympics in mid-year, this newspaper does not believe the performance by Jamaican athletes was as poor as some have suggested. And that's what they're categorically saying. You understand? They don't believe that this has anything to do with no poor performance. No, the reality, they continue by saying the reality is that our field events athletes were outstanding. Their unprecedented performances gained Jamaica 4 of 6 medals in Paris, including the lone gold from Mr. Roger Stoner's spectacular 70-meter discus throw, an Olympic record that gave him that gold. You understand? And people kind of downplay the performance there, you know. Yeah, man, it kind of downplay, kind of shoved under the carpet. But we saw where his alma mater, Rossi's, put on a function for him and big up the youth. You understand? Now, it is indisputable that on the track, just 2 medals. Of course, Jamaica are used to getting several medals on the track. So yes, it is indisputable that they would have only collected 2 medals on the track. The 100-meter silver for the highly talented Kishane Thompson, bronze medal for the next talented hurdler in Rashid Broadbell. Now, with that 2 medal, it is stated that this was way below expectations. And of course, yes, there were a lot of persons who predicted medal count, a whole lot of medals, right? Especially in track. And it was based off what was happening throughout the year. But I mean, the other countries, they came out and they put in stupendous performances that would have, you know, basically kicked Jamaica out of the park. You understand? Yeah, man, so it's that. But the truth is that for most of the last 2 decades, Jamaicans have become used to multiple gold medals at major games from an array of great sprinters, individually and in relays. And of course, we have to talk about the relay because we know that the relays are a big letdown. We're not used to that. Even if the individual medals don't come, we don't used to not being on the podium where the relays are concerned. See? Now, of course, these individual medals would have come in the past from Usain, Shelley, Ilian, and others, Veronica Campbell, and such the like. See? Now, this pretty much would have hit the chord of a Glen Mills. Hence, the call for him to basically, for Jamaica's track and field to do serious formal introspection regarding the reasons for the dramatic drop in performance on the track. Now, we note he has also questions achievement at the World Under-20 Championship in Lima, Peru, from which Jamaican athletes took home 4 gold and a bronze medal. Said Mr. Mills at a symposium led by the University of the West Indies, we have to pay attention to what happened in Paris and what happened in the recent U20 because they are showing the cracks and symptoms that exist that need urgent attention if we do not intend to fall into a quagmire that the West Indies cricket has gotten itself. You know, a lot of persons were too pleased with that comparison, given the talent on the island where coaches are concerned, where athletes are concerned. I do believe that there's a reservoir of talent on this island. But again, if it is not harnessed properly, if the infrastructure is not there and put together, then we're going to have problems. We're definitely going to have problems. And I think this is what Glen Mills is referring to. And I think this is what the editor at the Jamaica Observer, they are pretty much in agreement with. Now, we confess we are more than a little alarmed at Mr. Mills' assertion that as far as he knows, there has been no comprehensive review of events in Paris. Now, from our perspective, such a review should take place as a matter of course. It shouldn't only be about what went wrong, but also aspects that went well, such as on the field. So they are debunking what Mr. Mills. I mean, once you're doing a post-mortem, then of course it has to cover both good and bad. So of course that is a part of the comprehensive review would have been a part of it. You understand? So Mr. Mills is urging frank and clear discussion involving the administrators of the Jamaica's Track and Field, Jamaica's Athletics Administrative Association, which is a J3, and top professional clubs and coaches as part of an effort to chart a way forward. Now, he wants a greater interworking relationship of connectivity among all stakeholders in whatever planning and program that is going to be developed. And that is very, 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 very interesting. Now, crucially, Mr. Mills wants greater professionalism in the administration of a sport which has evolved far beyond what it used to be 20 to 30 years ago. Now, that's why he wants the administration of the Jamaica's athletics to look at itself, to identify what are the problems that exist and how to tackle them so that we don't have a reoccurrence of these said issues. Now, quite apart from other reports of supposed missteps, it seems to us that Jamaica's embarrassing failure to have a 4x4 men's relay team qualify for Paris underlined that need for greater efficiency in administration. We believe Mr. Mills' suggestion makes perfect sense and should be taken on board by all concerned in a spirit of overflowing with the need to serve the greater good of Jamaica's track and field. So they are pretty much supporting what Mr. Mills has said in at that symposium. Big up to you, you understand? I think they believe that and election is coming up, you know, and we really have to get this thing right, you know, folks, because if we don't get it right, I mean, MVP is there. So when MVP fail, when racers fail, we are gonna just have the thing set so. No man, we don't like how it look, man. We want all hands and heart on deck to ensure that Jamaica's track and field don't fall by the wayside. Too many talented athletes are in Jamaica. We can't afford. I mean, you see the Shelley and the Ilian and the Sherika, those performances that they would have displayed throughout the years, you know, those might be unprecedented, you know. Seen? However, we have to ensure that we put things in place to ensure that these performances remain. And you see, the under 20, this is my view where the under 20 is concerning of people. For the under 20, I think not many of the champions, not many of the winners, not many of the talent that, you know, would have dominated at the world under 20 would have come to the fore on a wide scale where the Olympic or World Championship is concerned. Kudos to let's see, Tiboho. He would have been one of those athletes would have come from that under 20. Then you have the class of 2002, phenomenal class, and you don't really see anything like that again. And then you might have the field event athletes who pretty much would have been, you know, the ones that are shining the light where the field is concerned. So yeah, I'm not too much looking into the U20 performance, but we have to, because it's a world game. We went there, we compete, but it is more of developing these athletes, you know, putting more refined work into their performance so that they can be better making that transition if they decide to go pro, if they decide to go college. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I think something needs to be done. Or is it being done, or was it done and it was not shared with the public? So J3s, if you did it, share it with the public. Make we hear the feedback. See? So these people can, hear what took place. But people, big up on yourself. What do you think about this? The reaction from the observer. You think that makes sense? Because this thing is like it fresh in a whole heap of people's mind, because if Glen Mills gonna talk about it again, obviously it's fresh in our mind. And it is something that really resonates with a lot of the Jamaican fans, Some people up to now has not even spoken about any track and field since that debacle. It is how hurt some of these folks are. You get what I'm saying? But let us see how best we can move forward. I don't think, though, this one and a half year would cause us to go down in the well. I do believe that especially the ones who didn't make it, they are going to come back with blood in their eyes. You get what I say? Yeah, man, these Jamaican athletes now go just lie down and roll over. Remember, this is people's livelihood, Don't get it twisted. Yeah, man, if them all come back out, man, mad and bilious. Anyways, people, thank you for tuning in again to another one. We appreciate you being here. Just big up yourself. Continue to support the movement. Don't know it going on. Yeah, man. Until next time, people, stay safe. Peace.